We are here with Michael Goldstein, also known as the Mensch with the wrench here on the north side. I know this looks a little funny. We're not actually this tall. We are tall, but not this tall. But Michael, we're gonna change this carbon monoxide alarm today. We're gonna switch it out with the dual smoke and carbon monoxide detector.
Right.
Before we get started, Michael gives me a quick lesson in where smoke and carbon detectors should be placed.
You should have it near the bedrooms. You should have it wherever you have gas appliances, near a furnace, a hot water heater, the kitchen stove if it's gas. Check with your local building codes. They'll be able to guide you a little bit better.
Replace them every 5 to 7 years and change your batteries every 6 months. All right, now that we've got your basics out of the way, let's install a new combo detector. All we're gonna need for this project is one flathead screwdriver and the new combo unit. We bought this one for $35.
A guy like me should be able to tackle this, right?
It's a no-brainer. The difficulty with this one is that it's dealing with electrical. So if you're not comfortable with electrical, you should hire someone to do it. But a battery-operated one, it's just simple, follow the directions and mount it on the wall or the ceiling.
Okay, why don't we get started?
All right.
Step 1, as with any electrical work, turn off the power.
First thing we're gonna do is just twist it out of the mounting bracket. And you see there's a wiring harness here. We're just gonna unclip that and get rid of the old one.
Okay.
So in this case, we have 3 wires here. The black is gonna be our hot, which is our live electrical connection.
Sure.
The white is our neutral, which is gonna be connected to the white in the ceiling.
Okay.
And then this third one is a relay wire.
Okay, yeah, I noticed it wasn't connected to anything.
So this one is capped. In this case, their units are not all linked together.
Oh, okay.
But in some newer homes, according to building codes, they have to be linked together.
The relay wire would sound all the alarms no matter where in the home the smoke or gas was detected. If you do have a relay wire, you'll just connect it the same way you'll connect the neutrals and the hots.
We're just gonna wire it up how it's currently wired.
Okay.
We're going to remove the old bracket. The new one will slide right into place where the old one was. All right, so we're gonna disconnect the old wires
Okay.
and put in our new wiring harness. I'm gonna disconnect that white one.
Once we disconnect the old wiring harness, we connect the new one with the wire nuts that came with the new alarm. Remember, connect hot to hot and neutral to neutral. Michael always likes to reinforce those connections with a little electrical tape.
So we got those all taped up. I'm gonna tuck these back in here. And we are going to go ahead.
You need a bracket?
I have the bracket right here. And we're just gonna reuse the same screws that were up there.
I'm starting to get the steps down.
So right here you see it has a yellow tab that says pull back to activate battery.
Okay.
I like to plug this in first to make sure that everything is working.
Sure.
And then you can test the battery. So I'm gonna go flip on the power and then we'll get into testing this.
Okay. All right, Michael, power's back on.
So now that the power's on, we're just gonna connect this. And we hear that beep,
yeah.
and it tells us to test it. So now I know the electrical's working, pull out our battery.
Okay.
Push test
We have a beep there.
Push test button.
Exactly. So we're gonna now connect everything, tuck it into the ceiling, align it into our bracket, twist it on.
Okay.
And here's our test. It's gonna be pretty loud, so get ready.
All right.
Fire.
It'll go through its cycle. In this case, it tells you there's a fire. The next one, it'll tell you carbon monoxide.
Warning, carbon monoxide.
And then it'll beep one more time, and then we'll have the green light go on, which will tell us that we're live and working.
Boom.
So you see that light?
There you go.
It means we're all set. That's it.
Cool. Now, is there a benefit to having one smoke and carbon monoxide alarm combo as opposed to the 2 we had?
The important thing is that you know everything's up to date and you change the batteries. In this case, it just makes everything a little bit easier.
That's one less thing you have to poke with a broomstick in the middle of the night.
Exactly. This does have a hush button.
Yeah, I see that.
This project cost $35 and took just 15 minutes out of our lives, which seems totally worth it because someday these alarms could save our lives. It's a very simple and very necessary project that I know I can now do myself.